Hello, everyone. I wanted to go live because I am on a high. I'm on a high from just having gone live inside my signature program, Transforming Past Pain to Present Power. I invite you to that specifically if you are someone who has lived through and maybe barely just made it out alive out of coming out of an emotionally abusive and neglectful past. It is for people who have made it out of that, but are still stuck in life, still feeling that inner emotional block, the wall, that barrier that they just can't break through, that they know that they need to in order to truly live the life that they are meant to live and have deep, meaningful connections and relationships with themselves and with others, to trust themselves, to really feel confident and safe to be who they're meant to be, to put themselves out there and leave all of the emotional neglect, baggage, and garbage from the past exactly where it is and stop carrying it into the present. So just finished our live. I go live weekly inside that group. I invite you to either watch the free masterclass for it if you're interested in finding out more information about it, which is in the links in the description below this video, or just join us. There's links to do that as well. But today specifically, I wore this shirt because it's one of my favorites. I'm going to show all three things that it says on it, and then we'll go one by one and talk about the beauty of failure. That was our topic today. And it may seem like, why would I want to fail? How is there positivity in failure? But when you have done the inner work to completely transform and heal and rewire and reprogram your unconscious mind, the beliefs that you have about yourself because of that painfully, emotionally abusive, neglectful past, everything changes and you no longer have to fake this. So the first thing here is the positive mind, because that's where it begins. And mindset, there's so much information out there about mindset, and it's great. And a lot of it is really good and helpful, but a lot of it you can feel fake, right? You can feel like you're just this type of person who just wears these positive t-shirts and says positive mind, positive life. And that leads to you being the F me. And the F me I talk about in my program and in the free masterclass and training for it, because so many people are the F me. And the F me stands for the fake me or the fraud me. That you that is wearing a mask. And if you've gone through the abuse of a narcissistic relationship, you know that they wear a mask. And you question if you are the narcissist as well, because you go around wearing a mask. You go around living this fake life and faking it until you make it, and realize that you've never made it and are wondering, how much longer am I going to live with this mantra? I need to fake it till I make it, until I actually make it. And realizing you're never going to, because you can't make it if you're faking it. But absolutely reprogramming and rewiring your mind and getting to the very core and the very root of what your mind holds for you. Your mind holds beliefs for you, beliefs that were established in childhood, beliefs that you have about yourself because of the experiences of the past that were emotionally abusive and neglectful. Beliefs like you're not good enough, belief that you're unworthy, you're undeserving, beliefs that you're incapable, beliefs that if you have success, you won't be able to hold on to it for very long, beliefs that people, once they find out who the real you is, won't like you, love you, or accept you. And therefore, flipping it and saying, well, just fake it till you make it, right? Because of course I want to make it. Who doesn't want to make it in life? And everyone has different definitions of making it. And most of us just want to feel positive. And I'm not one of those people who will lie to you and say you're going to be positive 100% of the time. I think a good rule of thumb is the 80-20 rule, and not faking it when you're not feeling positive, right? There's a thing out there called toxic positivity, and that has a lot to do with faking it and wearing t-shirts like this and just saying, oh my gosh, everything's fine, everything's perfect, look at me. And honoring when that's not the case for you, honoring when that's not the truth for you, and really deeply connecting with your unconscious mind, the beliefs that you have when you're in that state, to transform and reprogram it much more quickly. It doesn't mean that you're never going to feel that uh, everything is peaches and roses. That it doesn't mean that you're never going to feel sad or those lower vibrational frequencies or energies, but it does mean that you can connect with them much more quickly and not carry them into everything else in your life that's going on. So with that, having a positive state of mind leads to positive vibes, right? Positive vibrations, because everything is energy, everything is frequency. And when I always think about what my yoga teacher says. She says, what you put out into the world is what returns back to you. Some people call that karma. You can call it whatever you want, but it is an energy. It is a frequency that is being emitted by you, by your mind and the beliefs that you have about yourself. So if the beliefs that you have about yourself are that you're incapable, that you're never going to get through this, that everything you've tried hasn't worked, and just on and on and on, feeling the weight of the heaviness of that, that's going to be a part of your vibration and your frequency. That's going to be a part of what you're unconsciously putting out there and what is unconsciously being called back to you as well, which leads to the positive life, right? Everything, we only get one. We only get one life, and everything that we do has a cause and effect. Everything that we think, everything that we say, everything that we do. Because first we make our beliefs, and then our beliefs make us. And our beliefs are what dictate our thoughts, and our thoughts are what lead to our actions and our choices. Even not taking action is a choice. And so many of us, when we're still carrying around the weight of the pain and the trauma of the emotionally abusive and neglectful past, feel like we're stuck, feel like we don't have a choice, and feel like there's nothing we can do about it. Live this life through the lens of it is what it is, right? And if you only get one life and you're living it through the lens of it is what it is, you're living it through the lens of being the victim and not being a part in your life. That living life from the mindset or from the perspective of things are done to you and life happens to you, and other people are just allowed to go out and live their life, right, and impact yours in a negative way, in a way that leaves you feeling like the victim and leaves you feeling helpless. And that's absolutely not true, but that is connected to this. Everything is connected to this. Not just our state of mind, but the inner and unconscious beliefs that our mind has. And so inside Transforming Past Pain to Present Power, that is specifically and precisely and exactly what we focus on and where we begin. And not just repeating affirmations every day. Those are helpful because the mind does learn by repetition. But if you're just utilizing that and you're not reprogramming the beliefs that cause the thoughts that you're repeating, then you're really going to find that it takes a long time to make any positive change in any area of your life. So with all that said, I invite you to take a look at our program to see if it's in alignment with you and to join us inside the program if it is. And then I want to go back to why failure is a good thing. And this was part of our discussion and our topic today. Failure is a good thing when it's not in alignment with your purpose. And what I mean by that is so many people who have come through an emotionally abusive and neglectful past have had a lot of failure. And they've had a lot of failure because they feel the pain. They're carrying it around themselves. And what you're carrying around yourself magnetically and energetically aligns with and attracts others who have that same. Right? So think of an empath, right? You feel another person's pain. So you know how bad it hurts. You don't want to hurt that bad. And therefore you don't want anyone else to hurt that bad as well. So you step in and try and fix and try and change and try to do something about it because it feels really good to help people. We get this high from helping people. So you know that someone else is in pain and you're trying to change for them. You're trying to help them. You're trying to support them. You're trying to step in and be everything that they need to be so that they no longer feel the pain, feel the weight of it, feel the heaviness of it, because you know how bad it hurts. You don't want them to hurt. And you're stepping in to try to do that for them, to try and support them, try and help them, try and fix them, try and change them, or try to be the reason why they change and get one of these. But you fail. You fail every time. And that's a very, very good thing because every time you failed, you have an opportunity to learn that that's not right for you, that that's not your job, that that's not what's meant for you, that that's not in alignment with your purpose and your passion, because you can't make anyone else change. You can't fix anyone else. You can't heal anyone else. So every time you fail at trying to get someone else to do something that you know if they got to do would have a positive benefit on their mind and their vibration and their life, And you know that, and you know that they know that, and you just wish that they could know that as well. But every time you step in and it doesn't work and you fail in doing that, that's a good thing for you because you're not supposed to be in there anyways. That's not for you. You don't have that power. I'm not saying go out and start being mean to everyone and not have compassion or empathy for others who are hurting. The best thing you can do is fix and heal your inner stuff so that when you're holding space for those people, your stuff isn't getting in and mixing with their stuff. So every time you fail at that, that's actually a positive thing. That's actually a very good thing. And yes, that's a complete mind shift and a mindset perspective, right? Seeing it from a different view or through a different lens or from a different angle, that failure is a positive thing, especially when you're trying to force someone else to get them to see something. They're coming in with this perspective of a whole nother experience. The things that you didn't go through. You don't truly know what their inner battle is like. You don't truly know what their inner beliefs are, the pain and the weight of what they're carrying into this present moment. And so every time you fail at trying to get them to see something a certain way or to be a certain way, that's a good thing because it's telling you that that's not your job. Your job is to truly just be the change, not make other people change, is to be the light, not try and force other people who you see are living in the dark to turn on their light or tell them how to do it, because the how may have worked for you, and that's where advice comes in. It may have worked for you. And I would be really excited if it has worked for you, but it doesn't mean that that is the way that will work for them. So every time you fail at that, that's actually a good thing because that's a reflection on what you're going through, how you're interpreting the failure, how you're perceiving it, right? Are you carrying around the weight of the failure as personal failure, as you failed and you're no good and you don't deserve XYZ because of that, right? Are you allowing that external situation and circumstance to define who you are? Or are you seeing that as a positive thing and going back into the beliefs that your mind has about yourself because of that experience? So that's what this entire journey and transformation is all about. And seeing where you perceive to have failed in the past, there's actually an opportunity and awareness to see your successes in that and to get you back on track and to get you back in alignment with how you can be the best you, how you can be the change, not try and force change or create change, because that's just going to lead to more failure. So can you see the loop and the cycle that you can get stuck in if that's where you're at? So if you're ready to change, not just your mindset and your thoughts and the words and phrases that your mind uses, but the beliefs that your mind has about yourself and who you are in every situation, in every engagement, in every relationship, in every interaction that you have, so that you can have these other things, right? The positive vibes and the positive life. And I would love to see you inside of a program, especially if you're someone who's come through an emotionally neglectful and abusive past and you're struggling to get this. And all the things that you tried to try and get it haven't worked or have worked a little bit, but you're still feeling that inner block and barrier and wall, and you don't know how to get through it to get the rest of what you want, deserve, and desire. Okay, so a little bit of highlight into what we went into today inside our group and an invitation for you to join us in there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and email me. You can find my contact information in the description below this video as well. Otherwise, I hope you have a positive day and I will see you soon. Take care, everyone.